All right, what's up, everybody? It is Garrett with Saturday Night Online Live, hanging out in studio with a very sexy, talented man, Mr. Bruno Mars. How are you, my friend?
Obviously sexy and talented. Thank you for asking.
Well, let's get it out there right now. Like, first day back at school, you have a book report due, like, what did I do on my summer vacation? What has Bruno Mars been doing since the last album?
Oh, man. Went on tour, finished tour, locked myself in the studio, and gave birth to a little album called Unorthodox Jukebox. Oh, God!
Of all the times to start crying, Bruno, now's not. We haven't even got through the interview yet.
Oh, okay. Because I really want to cry on an interview, and I'm trying to find the right spot. So you just let me know when.
What possessed you to get back into the studio? Did you just miss being out there? Did you feel like you had so much bottled up inside that you had to put it out on record?
I mean, it's been 2 years since Doo-Wops and Hooligans, and thankfully got to travel the world and perform the songs, every single song that's on that album, and just jonesing to get back out there. And I feel like everything I've learned on tour.
What did you learn?
So much, man. That was my first time with songs that I've written, and I feel like I have such a better scope of what I want to be doing on stage and the songs I want to be singing about, all around, much clearer, better view. So I put everything that I learned into this album.
Locked Out of Heaven came out a few weeks ago. You can now pre-order Unorthodox Jukebox on BrunoMars.com.
That's right.
Your video for Locked Out of Heaven's out now. How's it feel that it's basically like, do you feel like an elephant is off your back and it's out for the world to be the judge now?
Yeah.
You can do no more?
Definitely. And I definitely felt on this album that this is the best I got, and I gave it my all. So if it's really about that, walking away feeling good about what you put out there and not cringing. So I feel good.
Now, you were on Saturday Night Live, not Saturday Night Online Live. Totally different shows.
Totally
One's
different.
on the radio, one's on TV. Big story. I'll explain later.
Oh, God! Not yet. It's still bad.
Going into it, did you bring some ideas? Did you have some ideas in your head?
Yeah.
And be like, I want to try this.
Definitely. Like this crying bit that I'm working out right now. That's gonna be for the next time I go there.
Yeah, for the third time on the show. All right, so we got a ton of questions. We put it out there. Once we put that we're talking to Bruno Mars, basically
all these models.
Everyone
except
the models. Everyone except for
models.
Jesus himself has responded. We'll kick it off. It's like rapid fire, basically. So,
Hit me.
So from @Saturday Online, Marissa7342 says, "What is your favorite song? Just in general. It doesn't even have to be on an album that you just created. Just your favorite song."
What's my favorite song?
Yes.
Ever? I'm gonna say
Go ahead.
Crazy, Gnarls Barkley.
All right. Cherry Thirst wants to know, what's your favorite track on Unorthodox Jukebox? There you go.
So many to choose from. It all depends what day it is and how I'm feeling.
Well, right now it is Saturday, so what's your favorite song?
My favorite song would be Gorilla.
Gorilla? What about Gorilla? Because we don't get it until December 11th, so...
So you're just going to have to wait like the rest, my friend.
I don't even know if it's going to be...
yeah!
All right, @Sarah, a lot of A's in this one. What song are you excited to perform from the album?
A little song called Gorilla.
All right, so Gorilla it is. Now, all about Brew. I guess that's Bruno, but she ran out of characters to...
Or is it Booze?
No. B-R-U-U-U.
It's definitely Booze.
How is this tour going to be different from Doo-Wops and Hooligans and the Hooligans in Wonderland tour?
It's not going to be different because you're getting the dude. The dude that knows the dude.
Who knows the dude?
Who knows that? Who's in love with the dude?
We're working on material. All right. So, Jocelyn Mars wants to know, hey, Bruno, what inspired you to write Locked Out of Heaven? And tell us more about your expectations of the album.
What inspired me to write Locked Out of Heaven? I don't know if we can talk about it on radio, but I will do my best.
That's all right. We can bleep you out.
Okay.
Of all things to inspire you, I mean, come on.
No, what inspired me, how do I say this in the peak? Phil, help me out. PG, rated G, where, how do you describe Locked Out of Heaven? Like, what is it?
Finally with someone and you discover that you've been missing out on love.
There it is.
That's the go-to answer right
Got
now.
it.
I would put that in your back pocket
Isn't
for
that
later
good?
interviews. So Raps Color wants to know, if you could watch the recording sessions of an artist past or present, who would you choose and what song and album?
Probably choose someone like Jimi Hendrix. just to say what the hell they were doing and how they were doing it.
We pretty much know what the hell they were doing.
Yeah, but I'd like to see it.
All right. First-hand account. At McGinnessy, did you write Rest of My Life? It's beautiful. Who was your inspiration? A lot of inspirational stuff. Like,
oh, yeah.
I want to get into your head.
Rest of My Life. Matter of fact, I'll clear it up with you right now. There's a lot of songs on YouTube that have leaked that me and Phil written for whatever. Back in the day when we were just trying to make some buck. Well, people weren't really grabbing, record labels weren't really grabbing at me, so me and Phil had to just go right around and bounce around songs. So anything you needed, like if you needed a song for a television show or a video game, anything you could think of, the ending credits of a movie, we would try to, you know.
What's something that you've written like that, like a TV show or
there we go, Rest of My Life, right there for some Australian TV show. This guy was getting married and they wanted a wedding song, and I wrote the song, and you know, it happens a lot this day and age. You send it to the people, and then the song ends up leaking. You know, I've done a lot of female R&B songs like that, so it's got me saying, "Hey, boy."
Oh, I think that's a 1-800 number too.
Exactly. It's like it's all over YouTube. You can catch it.
By the way, if I go to, I love you so much, but if I go, I've been to 4 weddings in the last 3 months.
I'm sorry, I know what you're about to say already.
I love you so much, but if I could basically marry you with my eyes closed and backwards.
Oh man,
I love you though.
Thank you.
I love you, and you should be getting paid for that because you know what? You want to talk about business right there for you?
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Susie Wally-Knack wants to know what's the most important thing for you?
Family and friends.
Bruno, Mars. Is Bruno dating anyone right now?
I'm dating music right now. No, you know, I get this question a lot, but the truth is, it's like, does it matter? No.
It doesn't, but at least it gives them hope.
Does it give them hope? They should always have hope.
To date you?
No.
All right. Celine Coriable wants to know, where do you see yourself in 20 years?
Oh, man. At some casino in Reno with my homie Phil.
And Phil's still wearing the bathrobe.
Oh, God.
Why did we do it?
Where did we go wrong?
Singing "Marry You" in Reno somewhere.
Let's see. Bruno Mars retweets wants to know, how many hats does Bruno Mars have?
Ooh, too many to count.
Do you have a whole closet?
I literally have, just throughout the years, the past 4 years, hats and I always end up wearing 2.
Do people just start giving you hats now where you don't go to the store and go, I want this one?
I've gotten a couple hats, but I think they don't realize how big my head is. I have a monstrous head.
What size fitted hat do you know?
I am around 7 5/8 or 8. You're 8 too?
8. RD Floyd 94 wants to know, what song are you most excited about in the new album? That's Gorilla.
No, you know what? Right now I changed my mind.
Oh, all right.
I changed my mind.
It goes by the minute, not the day anymore.
No, you know what? I'm back to Gorilla. Next question.
Right. Exo Lana wants to know, what inspired you to name your new album Unorthodox Jukebox?
A lot of things. I'm definitely not calling myself. I hope people don't think that I'm calling myself an unorthodox jukebox. This is me going into the studio, you know, being inspired by all different styles of music that I love, music that I've grown up in, just being free. It's my freedom, and I'm unorthodox as far as, like, I have ADD.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
a lot of things going on.
A lot of different things going on, and whatever I felt that morning.
Look, there's Phil. Oh,
look
see?
at what, yeah, he changed.
Let's see. At Horny Hooligan wants to know, funniest joke told in the studio.
Classic name. Oh, I know. Philip Lawrence one day said, "Why does Bruno stare at orange juice so much?"
Why?
Because it says concentrate.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Be here all week.
Try the veal.
Oh, God, Reno!
How did we get here?
Oh,
Book with D wants to know, is Bruno planning on growing back his fro?
It did grow back, but it grew back like I didn't remember it. It was a little mangy.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I might be rocking these hats.
Is that where the family goes, Bruno, I think it's time for a haircut?
That's what it is.
All right, and finally, at Bruno Mars Fans wants to know, what made you name your dog Geronimo?
Oh, that was great. You know, my grandfather was really obsessed with just that Navajo art. I grew up a lot around that. And I always dug that name Geronimo, and I've always wanted a dog, so I got me a Rottweiler and named him Geronimo.
All right, very
Good
cool.
story, huh?
Yeah, I know. I like it. I mean, it got more personal right there.
Did I cry?
You started to,
I shouldn't.
and then you pulled it back. You realized now's not the time.
Okay.
All right, so Unorthodox Jukebox, go pick it up December 11th. The video is out now. You can pre-order the album. You could actually watch him on Victoria's Secret's fashion show.
Damn.
What a lucky son of a bitch you are. Seriously.
Thank
Who
you.
do you know to get that gig?
You know what? I got all the right people.
All right, all
in
the right people in all the
places.
right places. Yeah, that's right. Bruno Mars, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, man.